Good morning. Good morning. Can you hear me? I couldn't hear myself. Well, welcome to Everett Unity. It is May 3rd already, so let's start our time together today with a reading from the Daily Word. Sunday, May 3rd. Observing children playing in a fountain, we hear them laughing as they dart through sprays of water, surprised by sudden geysers. Sunlight turns the wafting mist into prisms of color and a reminder that the same joy and light dance in us. Life can feel like that fountain, fun, but sometimes catching us by surprise. If we resist, we grow weary. But when we move with its rhythm, dodging, laughing, and dancing, we feel the pulse of divine life. Even in challenging circumstances, we can regard the spray as refreshment, the soaking as grace. Each of these baptisms become an invitation to cleansing, renewal, and awakening, a chance to grow in spirit. As we join life's dance, we are lifted. Creativity awakens, joy abounds, and we feel fully alive. The scripture today from Psalms chapter 36, verse 9. For with you is the fountain of life. In your light, we see light. The opening statement, with joy I dance in the fountain of life. Isn't that the perfect affirmation for today? Let's say that together. With joy, I dance in the fountain of life. Ireland is going to lead us in our opening song, song number 38 from your Melodies from the Heart songbook. Find that and stand as you are able so we can sing together.
God help me to empty my mind of every earthly distraction, so that I may only worship you. God help me to empty my heart of every false separation, so that I may only worship you. You are my mind, you are my heart, you are my life's only reason. So I let go of all the false gods that I've known. It's you I believe in. God help me to empty my life of every human illusion, so that I may only worship you. You are my mind, you are my heart, you are my life's only reason. So I let go of all the false gods that I've known. It's you I believe in. God help me to fill up my soul with ever deeper devotion, so that I so that I may only worship you.
Well, good morning again. Welcome to Sunday service at Everett Unity. I'd like to introduce you to the people you see serving you today. You were welcomed by our ushers, Nadine and Chris. Corey and Cara are hosting our social hour today. They always put on a wonderful spread. I'll just give them a little commercial. You might want to come down afterwards. David and Terry are providing audio-video support. Of course, you have heard our wonderful musicians already, Terry and Ireland. My name is Cindy, and if it is the first Sunday of the month, it must be Reverend Joanna Gabriel. Welcome, Joanna. I tell you, we almost tripped you up in June. We had a little scheduling situation, and I had her originally scheduled for the second Tuesday in June because we had someone else who could only come the second Sunday in June. And so then that whole schedule got mixed up, and I said, can you come on your first Sunday of the month like you normally do? I thought it would have been funny. You'd all be here the first Sunday in June and go, where's Joanna? Where is she? I'd like to remind you, if you brought your cell phone in with you, please turn that off so we can have a nice quiet meditation here. In a few moments, I'd like to remind you, after the service today, not only do we have social hour, but we're going to have a little team of people together to start labeling and pricing our items for the plant and garden sale. So if you have time to hang around, you'll also get a little preview of what you might want to purchase next Saturday, May 9th. Worker bees here at 7, sale opens at 9. And so if you have time, we'd love to have your help. We'd really appreciate that. Dina, you want to come up? Dina has a little announcement about our youth program.
Thank you. Good morning. So a little announcement about our youth program for the little members of our youth program, those from 7 to 11. Not loud enough? I can tell. Every year, our high school students, the YOU, sponsor and host a camp for kids 7 to 11 years old. We're in our 47th year this year. I love this program. It is designed and run by the teens with some adult backstop, but they run it. They're the counselors. They design all the activities. It is a fabulous thing. And I can say, personal experience, my children went through it. They're now in their 40s. They still have friends from kids' camp. They still communicate with people that they met when they were at camp. So it is a fabulous opportunity if you know someone who's between 7 and 11 who would do okay at a camp away in the woods with a bunch of other kids. I was hoping Kendall would be here this morning. She couldn't be, but she will be one of the counselors, and so they will know someone there, for sure. They will know people from Sunday school. I think I've given out 3 camp packets already. But see me after. Kids don't have to go to church. If they're your nephew or niece or grandchild or whatever, if you think they could handle a fun spiritual experience without, it's a unity camp. It's church camp for unity. So it's not going to be demanding they make any great changes in their lives. We're not going to indoctrinate them with anything except to have fun and enjoy their God self just the way they're made. But I just encourage you, if you know somebody, come see me. I'd love to have more kids.
When is camp?
Camp is, thank you, Cindy, that was on my list. This is why Cindy is right here. Because the first page isn't the first page. It is June 28th through July 1st. So we have a little bit of time.
Where is it?
It will be in Vernonia, Oregon. Yeah. See me later.
I'm just so excited that we have the program, we have access to this, that we have kids who are of appropriate age to do this. It's a very exciting time. It feels like spring. Things are growing. That's so wonderful. And then one last thing, I'd like to thank those of you who came yesterday for the World Labyrinth Day walk. It's the first time Everett Unity has participated. We had no idea what to expect. We didn't have a plan other than a labyrinth and some people there to walk it. It was lovely. I think there were about 12 or 15 of us who showed up, and we went to the Wiggums Hollow Park in North Everett. It was a lovely park. It was a lovely labyrinth. It was really, really great. So we will be on the calendar for that. It's the first Saturday in May every single year. All over the world, in every single time zone, there are people walking the labyrinth together as one at 1 in your local time zone. So 1 o'clock on the first Saturday of May, and it was very, very lovely. So thank you for coming and joining us. All right, well, let's sing together again. Melodies from the Heart Songbook, song number 39, Stand As You Are Able, and we'll sing together again.
I am walking in the light, in the light, in the light. I am walking in the light of God. In the light, 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 in the light of God. Living, I am living in the light. In the light, in the light, I am living in the light of God. In the light, 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 in the light of God. I am happy. I am happy in the light, in the light, in the light. I am happy in the light of God. Let's clap. In the light, 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 in the light of God. I am guided. I am guided in the light, in the light, in the light. I am guided in the light of God. In the light, 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 in the light of God. Praying, I am praying in the light, in the light, in the light. I am praying in the light of God. In the light, 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 in the light of God. Good job.
Well, now it's time to settle in and get ready for our meditation.
Good morning. It's May. And it's beautiful. Have you noticed the roadies? They have so many flowers on them, so many blooms, you can't see the leaves. Have you noticed that? I think it's Mother Nature knowing exactly what we need. More blooms than ever, more flowers, more color, more spring, more life than ever. Have you noticed that in the midst of such an outrageously crazy time, you're also experiencing the sweetest peace? Have you noticed that in the evening there's a quiet that maybe you haven't noticed like you're noticing it now? There are no accidents here, dear ones. We're waking up. We're waking up and we're becoming more and more aware of ourselves, of life itself. And this morning, here now together, we have the opportunity to just feel into it, to just be aware, to just breathe and let ourselves be embraced. If it feels comfortable, close your eyes. I open my heart and I invite forward life itself through my heart into me, body, mind, and spirit. Life itself. And life is showing up in amazing ways, like those roadies that can hardly take all the flowers, all the blooms. The azaleas, just brilliant colors. You can see them glowing. Did you notice that beautiful purple in these ground flowers? I'm sorry, I don't know the names of them, but they sure are beautiful purple. If that's not their name, I think it's a good one. Deep, beautiful purple, just saying life. Life. You are life. This is life. We are life. And isn't it a perfect time for May? Isn't it just the perfect time for May to arrive? Bringing its beauty, its warmth, its radiance. It's celebrating you, acknowledging you that yes, indeed, you made it through the winter. And now we get to step into nature. Our days can be about being outside, breathing the air. Planting, getting those gardens going, watching them beginning to show signs of life. It is a rich life. I open my heart and allow that richness. I am enriched by this beautiful May that has arrived to embrace us, to lift us, to remind us of the truth, the glory of this life. And just like the rhodies and the azaleas and the tulips and the camellias and all the beautiful, beautiful flowers and trees that are blooming, and indeed you, each one of us, are part of the celebration of the beauty, of the grace. For this spring, this May would not be the same without you. Do you realize that? And so we breathe and allow this enrichment, this beauty, this new life, and we feel gratitude, appreciation. For its beauty, its grace. And how it reminds us that no matter what's going on in our world, life continues. The pattern, the design, the plan. Nature unfolds in its perfection. And we can lean into it and be uplifted. Feel encouraged, feel reminded that indeed there is a perfection of which we are all a part. And it's only when we forget this that there is disharmony. And so we remember, you and I remember, we remember that we are all one. And if there's anyone you know who in this moment of now could really, really use this embrace, this uplifting, this enrichment, this reminder that they too are a part of this oneness. And in that all things are possible, including healing, including solutions, including forgiveness, whatever is needed. And if it feels comfortable, feel free to say their names aloud so that we might hold them with you. Annie. Okay. For all these dear ones, for all of us here in our community, in our world at large, we open our hearts, divine beloved, move through our hearts into our world, loving, lifting, forgiving, connecting, reminding us that we are all one. Let there be peace. Let there be peace. There is peace. And so it is.
Follow, follow. way the wind blows when this day is done. Breathe, breathe in the air. Set your intentions. Dream with care. Tomorrow's a new day for everyone. Brand new moon, brand new sun. So follow, follow the sun, the direction of the birds, the direction of love. Breathe, breathe in the air. Cherish this moment, cherish this breath. Tomorrow's a new day for everyone. Brand new moon, brand new sun. When you feel life coming down on you like a heavy wave, when you feel this crazy society adding to the strain, take a stroll to the nearest waters and remember your place. Many moons have risen and fallen long, long before you came. So which way is the wind blowing? What does your heart say? Follow, follow the sun, and which way the wind blows when this day is done. Tomorrow's a new day for everyone. Brand new moon, a brand new sun. Tomorrow's a new day for everyone. Brand new moon, brand new sun.
Thank you, Terry in Ireland. Beautiful. So I've mentioned to you before that I grew up in Ohio. Anybody know where that is? Somewhere back there. Yeah. I think Ohio spelled backwards is Iowa, right? Is it something like that? Anyway, I've been out here since '83, so I claim this is home, but it's true. I did grow up in Ohio, and I recently became aware that a family member, well, a friend of mine, a girl who was one of my best friends in high school. Gosh, we did everything together. We had such a good time. But I haven't, as often is true, I haven't seen her, been connected with her since we left high school. And I graduated in 1970, so that tells you that it's been a while. So anyway, I heard, she came from a big family. There were 12 children in her family. It was a good Catholic family. And she was right in the middle of the pack. And her oldest brother was just a well-known figure in the community. He was very involved in the community. He was an insurance agent, so his picture was on billboards all over the place for being a State Farm insurance agent, and everybody knew him. And I saw that he recently passed away, at almost 90 years old, and he passed away, and they were going to have a big memorial service for him at the church where I went to church associated with the Catholic Church because I went to church and Catholic school there in the town in Ohio where I lived. And they were going to have this memorial service. And so I'm thinking, you know, that little place, I bet you they don't have a YouTube channel or anything. Well, yes, they do. Yes, they do. So I thought, I'm just kind of curious. I think I'm going to, because they were going to stream the memorial service. So I just got up early and tuned in. So here was this church that was my church, attached to my school for a long time. And the last time I was in that church, I realized was 36 years ago when they had a mass for my mother who had just passed away. And so it was so interesting to see, you know, because the camera's there and you're seeing this church, and I'm just looking at it and remembering being there, and gosh, that's such a long time ago. And I remember when I was there, I was so struggling with that whole view on religion and God. I struggled with it. I had such a terrible time. The nuns had a terrible time with me. And you can imagine. And, you know, I was always having to stay after school and write on the board, "Where is your faith?" 100 times. Anyway, so you know, and in a Catholic service, of course, they bring the body in and everything, and they have the whole service, beautiful ritual and all that, and they do a mass. And the family was there, and I hardly recognized my friend. I can't imagine she's got old. Now, as I recall, she's 2 months younger than me. How does that happen? I don't understand. It was like, oh, she's a senior woman. Who would have thought? She was a cheerleader. I mean, hey, blonde, blue-eyed, you know, and now she's a senior woman. Well, it happens. Anyway, so I'm telling you all this for a reason. So anyway, I'm watching the Mass, and of course I remember the prayers. They never go away because you learn them when you're 5. And so I still remembered all the prayers, and it's a beautiful ritual, but it's the complete ritual of separation. You know, God is out there, and I'm this lowly being here, and Lord, I am not worthy, and all of this, and I'm going, man, oh. It's really hard, and it's really uncomfortable, but I continued on and realizing, well, this is probably good, because I realize that this is not what I'm into anymore, but bless all these people that still are, and, you know, all of this, and we all have to start somewhere, and, you know, all of that. So then it came to the time where they did communion, and And so the place was packed because I said this is a very well-known figure who had passed away. And so the place was packed and everybody was going to go to communion. So this was going to take a while. So while they were doing communion, the choir was singing. And so I'm listening to what they were singing, and I'm just, just kind of forlorn that I can't imagine that I was ever part of any of this, and I just don't understand. And gee, Divine Beloved, what is this all about? And then all of a sudden, the choir starts singing, Surely the Presence. In the Catholic Church. Well, I started to cry. And it was like, whoa. And I never thought I'd ever hear. But I did. And it was beautiful. And they did all the verses, because I don't know if you know this, but that song has many verses, like 5 or 6 verses. Beautiful. They sang the whole thing. And it was beautiful. And I just went, oh. So we really are all one. And there was a huge lesson in that. And so then when the thing was over and they did the recessional, they all sang, Let There Be Peace on Earth. Huh? We're reeling them in. It was such a lesson for me, dear ones, as I'm sitting there, fretting and all of this. And then it was like the universe just saying to me, we're all waking up. We are. We are. And it was such an amazing moment for me to get that. And I was really grateful. And I just wanted to share that with you. And so then there was another hymn. And this is kind of a hymn apparently that is shared at Christian memorial services. It's called The Unclouded Day. And it goes, oh, they tell me of a home far beyond the skies. Oh, they tell me of a home far away. Oh, they tell me of a home where no storm clouds rise. Oh, they tell me of an unclouded day. Oh, the land of cloudless day, or the land of an unclouded day. They tell me of a home where no storm clouds rise. They tell me of an unclouded day. They tell me of a home where my friends have gone. They tell me of that land far away, where the tree of life in eternal bloom sheds its fragrance through the unclouded day. And I'm thinking, well, what about the song, The Bluest Skies You'll Ever See Are in Seattle? And on your way to church today, did you notice the eternal bloom? It's all right here. I mean, in my opinion, if heaven doesn't look a lot like how this is, I'd be a little disappointed, to tell you the truth. So I started thinking about this. I think that's where we get a little messed up, is thinking that heaven and what heaven is and what it's all about is way off somewhere else, way something else that we have no part of, that we're not connected to, that we won't know anything about it until we die. And so then I remembered and looked it up that the power that we're studying this month is power. The power this month is power. That makes sense. And so I looked at it, and it was, Charles Fillmore said, man is the power of God in action. To humans is given the highest power in the universe, the conscious power of thought. There is a universal creative force that urges humans forward to the recognition of the creative power of the individual thought. We have the power of thought, and there is no greater power than that. Because what we think, we create, right? That's huge power. And there's a huge responsibility that goes with that power as to what you're putting your focus on. What are you thinking about? Because what you think about is the prayer, is what we create. So then I started thinking about that and applying towards the idea of heaven being way far away. And so I wanted to see what Charles Fillmore, our co-founder of Unity, said about that. And Charles says, heaven is a condition to be brought about in the affairs of humans here on earth. It is to grow from small beginnings like the mustard seed or the yeast cake. Jesus' disciples were sent forth to sow the seed in a definite way by carrying in the midst of humans the signs and evidence, the power of spirit through which the kingdom of heaven is to be established right here on this planet. So what this says in a nutshell is that heaven is when our minds are so well aligned with the divine thoughts of God that we manifest God's will on earth, thereby establishing on earth what Jesus called the kingdom of heaven. In fact, that's what he was talking about. The writer Emmett Fox says nearly the same thing in his essay on the Lord's Prayer. He said, "It is the nature of God to be in heaven and of man to be on earth, because God is cause and man is manifestation. Cause cannot be expression, and expression or manifestation cannot be cause. But we must be careful not to confuse the two things. The word earth means manifestation, and humans' function is to manifest or express God or cause. Our destiny is to express God in all sorts of glorious and wonderful ways." Both of these passages indicate that heaven is the cause and the kingdom of heaven is the expression. Jesus put it succinctly when he taught us to pray, "Our Father who is in heaven, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven." So in summary, heaven and kingdom, or heaven and earth, are two ends of a unified metaphysical process, cause and manifestation. In Orthodox teaching, the goal is to get into heaven. Heaven is a destiny. The objective is to leave earth for heaven. That is quite different from what our co-founder Charles Fillmore and what Emmett Fox and what Jesus taught. For them, the goal is situated on earth, not heaven. And our destiny is the establishment of a kingdom which is heavenly in nature, but which is manifested physically on earth. For Fillmore and Fox, our objective should not be to leave earth, but rather to transform earth into the kingdom envisioned by Jesus. And Charles said, "I affirm the clear, unclouded mind of Jesus Christ dominates all my thinking, and I discern the omnipresent laws of spirit." And so the idea of the unclouded day is not about some unattainable thing off somewhere else. The unclouded day is unclouding our thinking that we're anything other than part of heaven here on earth. Does that make sense? Do you get it? And that's the powerful stuff, isn't it? The point is, Jesus shows us what is true there is true here. And when we understand that, all things are possible here. Whenever Jesus ever performed any of his miracles, if you read about that or look at any of that, before he did them, he always connected in with the Father, with the all that is, and brought it into this moment, because it's this moment where the miracle occurs. And what the miracle is really isn't a miracle. It's opening up to and bringing forth that which always was true that we're a part of, but we're claiming it. And we're claiming it right here, right now. And that allows the healing, the growth, the new day, the peace, whatever it is that we're calling forth. Do you get it? Questions or comments about that? You see, the reason we get all messed up is because we think it's out there somewhere else, or that we have to go do something else. No. Jesus said the kingdom of God is where? Here. And the power that we have is knowing that. Am I doing that? Understanding that. Operating from that awareness. And when we do, all things are possible. I heard a quote yesterday, I guess it was. It's from the French existentialist philosopher Jean-Paul Sartre. Freedom is what you do with what's been done to you. Freedom is what you do with what's been done to you. Now that seems very appropriate, given we're living in a world where there's a lot going on that we could easily feel like we didn't have anything to do with. Right? Would you agree with that? That you see all this happening and you're thinking, I don't know, what am I supposed to do with this? It doesn't apply to me. It's not how I believe. It's not what I would do. And yet we're all one, and we all live in this world, so we have to find a way through it. We have to find a way to heal it. And what he said, John Paul said, freedom is what you do with what's been done to you. Power is understanding that life isn't happening to you, it's happening through you. Right? So in this moment of now, with all this going on, we can have freedom and power. And the roadies are blooming like crazy, so what else do you need? That's it, dear ones. Our power is the awareness that heaven is right here on earth. And in this time, you came in this time. You've lived this life you're living. All you've been through, and you've all been through a lot. And you've heard me say that forever. We're all walking miracles, absolutely. We could all do a Netflix series, I have no doubt. It would be very interesting. But the reason you've been through it all is to be right here now, to do your part to bring heaven on earth, to be you be the channel for what you are from your experience, what you know, what your heart tells you, to bring into this experience, this life. That's your piece of the healing. Do you get that? And each one of us have our part. And because we're all one, it makes a difference. We just have to get it. And on those days and on those moments where you think, oh man, I just don't know. Come back to center. Breathe and remember, you are heaven on earth. Be the power that you are. All you have to do is breathe. That's it. It has nothing to do with your credit rating. Thank goodness. There's nothing, not a thing. You aren't missing anything. Breathe. That's it. That's your power. That's the power that we have, we all have. The opportunity is to know it, to claim it, to breathe it, to be it. And for the reminder today, I am so grateful for all of you. Much love. Blessings, everyone.
Thank you so much. I think all of us are just so enlivened at this time when everything starts blooming, and I love that you mentioned the rhododendrons. I have some in my yard that bloom twice a year. Before I had a yard full of rhododendrons, I thought they bloomed and that was it and they were done. They bloom at different times. I have a couple that bloom twice a year, and it's a constant reminder of how nature goes on regardless of what else is happening. Thank you
Indeed.
so much. All right, let's sing together. Melodies from the Heart Songbook, song number 16, Stand As You Are Able, and we'll sing together again.
I stand here in my power. I am fully realized. I am free of limitations. I am holy. I'm divine. With endless energy and talent, I manifest my dreams. All my cells are in alignment. Time as God created me. I am. I am. I am. I am. I stand here in my power. I am fully realized. I am free of limitations. I am holy. I am divine. Endless energy and talent. I manifest my dreams. All my cells are in alignment. Time as God created me. I am. I am. I am. I am. One more time. I stand here in my power. I am fully realized. I am free of limitations. I am holy. I am divine. Endless energy and talent. I manifest my dreams. All my cells are in alignment. I'm as God created me. I am. I am. I am. I am.
Well, now it's time to bless our offering and thank our Creator for the many blessings that we have been given and affirm our gratitude. So let's start by affirming the truth about ourselves. And this is how it goes. My name is, and you use your name, and I am prosperous always and in all ways. So let's say that together. My name is, and I am prosperous, always and in all ways. Speaking of that service, I always think of that, those verses that we learn by rote. Remember, there is such power in that phrase that we say every single Sunday. Remember, always, always, forever and ever, and then always as in all forms. So let's take our offering, hold it next to our heart. Bless this opportunity to share our prosperity out into the world. We give and receive, and we give and receive, and it's an endless cycle of oneness. Let's bless it together. Divine love flowing through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I share, and all that I receive. Thank you, Spirit. Amen.
My religion is kindness. My church is nature. My God is a feeling that lives deep inside. My job is to be conscious. My path is forgiveness. My religion is kindness. I practice it every day. Everyone has a story, everyone has pain. When we strip away our masks, we find we're really all the same. It's those little things we say and do that can mean so much. A smile, a connection, a simple loving touch. My religion is kindness. My church is nature. My God is a feeling that lives deep inside. My job is to be conscious. My path is forgiveness. My religion is kindness. I practice it every day. Today I'm gonna ask myself, what more can I do to be a radiant child of God and let my love shine through? I'm gonna let my heart be my guide, give the best of me, share my joy, share my love, give it boundlessly. My religion is kindness, my church is nature, my God is a feeling that lives deep inside. My job's to be conscious, my path is forgiveness. My religion is kindness, I practice it every day. My religion is kindness, my church is nature, my God is a feeling that lives deep inside. My job's to be conscious, my path is forgiveness. My religion is kindness, I practice it every day. My religion is kindness, my church is nature, my God is a feeling that lives deep inside. My job is to be conscious, path is forgiveness. My religion is kindness, I practice it every day. My religion is kindness, I practice it every day. My religion is kindness, and I practice it every day. Thank you. Thank you.
Whoa, sing it, sister. Hallelujah. Love it. Thank you. Oh, such joy. Such joy. Feels like heaven on earth, doesn't it? Yes. Indeed. Indeed. So let's feel that heaven on earth inside right now and start rubbing our hands together till we feel the energy, the light, that radiance moving through us. And when you feel it, I invite you to direct that energy right here to this beautiful wood box. These are our tithes, our gifts, and our love offerings. And we use our God-given power, our light, our radiance, and our grace, and we put a blessing upon them. And we send these gifts out into the world to heal, to support, to educate, to comfort, to encourage, to invite, and all those blessings, all that energy returns to us here, heaped up, pressed down, shaken together, running over. And for this opportunity to participate in this divine flow, we are grateful, and so it is. Amen.
For making the trip over from Whidbey Island and driving on the new bridge.
The new bridge.
The new bridge.
Yay!
Terry and Joanna had a much easier time getting to us this morning. You had an easier time getting here, Chris, any of our other Mukilteo friends. Glad to have you here.
It's a miracle, yes.
And thank all of you for coming and joining us. I hope you can come downstairs for refreshments afterwards. And remember, we'll have a little plant sale party if you have time to stay and help us a little bit. So we're going to welcome our kids in now. We'll circle around the room, say our prayer of protection, and sing our peace song. What was the count, Nadine? 47. Yeah, it'll be a little bit of a stretch. Maybe go down this aisle and go to the outside edge over here. It'll be close. Don't want you dislocating a shoulder. I think we could do it. I think we could do it. You aren't. You. Hi, Gary. Yeah. We have enough. We could do it. All right, you. See, we could have fit all the way around, but now we're cozy, all cozy. It sounds like you want to visit with each other, so come downstairs. All right, the prayer of protection. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.